We are back at it again here with another video with the Invest for Tomorrow. To the first time viewers and investors, welcome to the channel. To all subscribers, welcome back. Here we are with the SPY, the S&P 500 index, continuing to break through key support levels and trying to fight to hold itself up above 420 in the after hours. And in today's volatility, our SPY bot sent out a bear indicator at 10:05 a.m. And from that moment forward, outflows crossed the midpoint to the downside. Pure weakness there on 42 vision, and put options went up 120% plus within an hour, guys. And as you see it popping up there within the screen, within the options chain, some options even went higher than that. If you guys want to receive this clarity and edge of the charts, you can now gain access to it as well. The link is down below in the description to the 42 vision indicators, getting connected over to our bots, and becoming part of a growing community of investors, all looking to learn and grow together by receiving this clarity and edge over the charts and using these resources to maximize in either direction, whether stocks are going up or going down. So here we are with the SPY, the S&P 500 index, fighting to hold support above the 420 area. And in today's video, we're going to break down the key levels I would watch going into next week, and what's going on with the inflow versus outflow and bull and bear indicators. But before we do, I want to share with you guys the home run opportunity that was mentioned this morning over at the Discord. So the home run day was spectacular and beyond expectations. And if you guys want to know about these stocks early on and receive this clarity and edge of the charts, you can now gain access to it as well. The link is down below in the description to the 42 vision indicators, getting connected over to our bots and becoming part of a growing community of investors, all looking to learn and grow together. So the home run today was from our Tesla bot. Our Tesla bot at 10:45 a.m. sent out a bear indicator, and from that moment forward, outflows crossed the midpoint to the downside. Pure weakness there on 42 vision, and put options went up 170% plus within an hour, guys. And as you see it popping up there within the screen, within the options chain, some options even went higher than that. If you guys want to receive this clarity and edge of the charts, you can now gain access to it as well. The link is down below in the description to the 42 vision indicators, getting connected over to our bots. We look forward to having you join us, and we strive for opportunities like these every single day. Let's jump into these charts. Here we are with the SPY, the S&P 500 index, doing a full transition from yesterday of dark green bars to wire thread borders and hitting multiple wire thread borders, as I call it, the dip area on 42 vision. And if this is your first time coming across the channel, this is 42 vision, which allows us to see the dips from the rips to the dips, and where the strength and weakness lies within the charts. And we also use our bull and bear indicators and inflow versus outflow as an extra layer of confirmation, which I'm going to pull up here and you can now gain access to as well. The link is down below in the description to the 42 vision indicator, getting connected over to our bots and becoming part of a growing community of investors, all looking to learn and grow together by receiving this clarity and edge over the charts and using these resources to maximize in either direction, whether stocks are going up or going down. And in today's video, I'm going to pull up the inflow versus outflow indicator, which adds that extra layer of confirmation and gives us that edge within the volatility. So here we are with the SPY, the S&P 500 index, continuing to fight to hold support, as I stated earlier in the video, and under a bear indicator since yesterday at the 428.90 area, 428.89 to be exact. And here it is, fighting to hold support in the pre-market, and it broke right through the lows from yesterday and today's pre-market and continued to hit dip areas. Now, here it is on the 30-minute under a bear indicator, but when we zoom into the 15-minute, it had volatility, but that bear indicator from yesterday dominated into the open from up here at the 429.50 area. Slight bull indicator popped up here and quickly got canceled in the second half of the day. And we need to look at the inflow versus outflows to compare what's going on here, which I'm going to pull up in just a moment. But here we are, seeing the volatility being dominated by bear indicators on the 15-minute and the 30-minute. And if we zoom out to the 1 hour, we could see that this has been under a bear indicator since way up here at the 435 area back on Wednesday when it rejected, and since then it's continued in dip areas, right? Slight consolidation here yesterday, quickly lost traction in the second half of the day, and it's been under wire Fred borders for the second half of yesterday and all of today on the 1 hour chart. So definitely something I would not overlook here. In the bigger picture, that bear indicator has been dominating, and we have the 30-minute and the 15-minute as we see it here under bear indicators on these charts, right? And the bear indicator from yesterday on the 30-minute has been dominating and never got canceled by a bull indicator. So definitely something to not overlook. Now, it is fighting to hold support here, and we're going to break down the key levels I would watch and what's going on here within the inflow versus outflow in the charts. So here we are with the SPY, the S&P 500 index, with outflows dominating throughout the last 3 days, right? You could see once it crossed over on Wednesday in the pre-market. Yesterday it tried coming up to the midpoint and never crossed. And today was the same thing, right? It came up and rejected both times. It got pretty close at negative 0.75, negative 0.54, but it never crossed the midpoint, and it continued below, and it continues to pull away from it as you see here in the volatility, and currently sitting at negative 3.96. Definitely something to not ignore here. If these outflows continue to pull away from the midpoint, further weakness can reflect into these charts on the 30-minute chart. Now, if we go ahead and zoom out and look at this from the 1 hour, we could go ahead and see here that outflows tried to go ahead and lose traction here with inflows picking up yesterday, and it quickly canceled itself out, crossing back below, and outflows have been dominating since yesterday in the second half, and we have hit some of the lowest, right, that we've seen of outflows on the 1 hour in the last 2-3 days and several weeks, right, at negative 6.84, sitting here at the 421 level in the after hours. Now, when we zoom into the volatility of the 15-minute, we could go ahead and see here how the inflows try to pick up, but they quickly get rejected as well, right? You could see it here in the volatility of the day, and inflows are trying to pick up here in the after hours, and that's definitely something I would not ignore. It's currently sitting at negative 2.29. Definitely something to not overlook here within the 15-minute and the volatility of the inflow versus outflows. Now, what are the key levels I would watch? Well, the first thing is support, guys, and it's going to be crucial and critical to watch. Will these outflows pull to the downside and continue to roll over that weakness into the 30-minute and 1 hour as well? And if they do, the first support level is the 420 area. If 420 gets broken through, the next support I'll be watching is 418. And then below that is the 415 area. So those are the key levels I'll be watching to the downside. Now to the upside, it's going to be crucial and critical for these inflows on the 15-minute to continue back up towards the midpoint. Try to reflect that strength into these charts, and then go ahead and roll that strength over into the 30-minute. Switch it from red to green. Pull up those inflows towards the midpoint and possibly even cross it. Cancel out those bear indicators with possible bull indicators. And the first resistance is the 423 area. If that gets broken through, then I'll be watching 425. And then above that is the 427 to 428 area. So these are the key levels I'll be watching to the upside and to the downside. The bull and bear indicators are going to be crucial. The inflow versus outflows, I would not ignore them, especially that they're trying to pick up here on the 15-minute in the second half and after hours of this day. And if that can continue to roll over into the next day and also into the 30-minute, that's going to be crucial and critical. I would not overlook it. And as always, guys, thank you guys so much for watching, and let's make some money.